Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa365's Face to Face. Now, normally we are we do these very hard interviews like politics, X, Y, Z. So, but for the past few weeks we are doing things which are like last time we did some songwriter, and today we have a superstar from Goa, Sahil Tavora. Sahil, welcome to our show.
First time.
He's a football star. He's one of the top players in FC Goa. FC Goa has got a lot of stars, but he's one of the top, and he's our very own. Sahil, it's a pleasure hosting us because we don't get much, an opportunity. We are more into interviewing, politics and all that. So, tell me one thing. I want to know, FC. What is your journey in FC? What do you do in FC? And what you feel FC can go? Because FC represents Goan football at the highest level, so as to say.
No, thank you for having me here first of all.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I'm from Goa. I played for FC Goa in 2016, first in the third season, and last year I had the chance to sign again with them back after being away for 8 years. So for me, playing in FC Goa, it's a different feeling to playing in any other club because I've lived all my life in Goa. I'm very much Goan and from Goa, so I love being here. And I think the club, like you said, resonates with the people. I think a lot of people all across the state really love the club and are very passionate about football, and especially FC Goa. So yeah, for me it's a pleasure to represent a club like this, and I think it adds a little bit of motivation and that hunger and desire in me because I represent my home state and my home club. So this definitely helps, and yeah, for me it's special to play at FC Goa.
Yeah, because there have been Goan superstars, so as to say, but is it not a different feeling? You've played all over India, I think. I mean, abroad, but what is it when you're facing your home crowd? Pressure, I'm sure, is there. But is it a good sign, butterfly? Good or bad? I don't know what.
No, like you said, I played for other teams, outside Goa. I was at Hyderabad for 5 years as well before coming here. So yeah, it's a different feeling because just a small example, when I'm in Goa, I have a lot of friends and family that come to watch
and
the
fans
game.
also.
Yeah, fans as well, and they have a lot of expectation from the club. A big expectation. They want to win every year. So I think, of course, like you said, there's a lot of pressure, but the good kind of pressure.
But there is pressure.
There is, of course. I think the fans always want you to win, and sometimes you may go through a bad patch, or the team is not playing as well, or
just bad luck.
Yeah, a variety of reasons. But I think even when I am a fan of another team, I want my team to win every week. So I completely understand when the fans are in the stadium and they want to win every game. But it is what it is. It's part of the sport. I think not just in football, in other sports, I think it's the same kind of pressure. So yeah, I think in terms of emotion, it adds that added level of emotion to the game, playing at home. So yeah, of course it's different than playing at another club.
Also, I feel like Goa and Bengal more than any other states, at least for football, they are more passionate, and I feel like it's almost like this European type of football, means like do or die, you have to win, you have to. In other states probably it will be cricket, but in Bengal and Goa it's
I mean,
football,
I think
it's in the blood.
Yeah,
what is it? I don't know.
It's in the blood over the years. I think when you go through all over Goa in the villages, you see the kids in the fields playing football, and a lot more football grounds and pitches all over. So I think just in general, I think I don't know about, of course I know the enthusiasm of the fans of Bengal, because East Bengal and Mohun Bagan,
they came here.
They have a very very big following, and even in Calcutta when we play, they're crazy. So yeah, but I think the same at some level is in Goa, especially in the villages. When you go, you always see kids playing football, and I think I love football. I've always loved football. So for me, it's a pleasure to really play this sport for a living, and to really see the enthusiasm, and to be a part of a state that really loves football this much.
Actually, this is the new sort of sports football. During our time, I mean, Goans love football any which way, like they love music and what. But it was very difficult for us to make our living. Today, it's fortunate that I mean, you can make a decent living after so many years of lot of people, struggling and going by. Yeah. But another thing is like, what I want to know is like, what next for FC? Like you guys are on the cusp of something like big.
Yeah, I mean this year.
And even the Al Nassr game was not bad.
Yeah, I mean this year we had because we had a very good season last year. We finished second and we won the Super Cup to qualify for the Asia Champions League as well. And like you said, we played that game against Al Nassr and played against other teams in the Asia Champions League. So for that, was a big step for the club, and you're playing against the best in Asia now, not just the country. So that has been great for the players and for the club. It's a new experience because you're playing against players that are world class. Al
Nassr is huge.
Yeah,
man.
I mean that's these players that I watched on TV and growing up as well. So yeah, I mean for FC Goa this year, we're playing in the Champions League. Definitely helped the club and the players, like I said. So I think it's important for the club and for us to build on that and to want to compete every year in this Asian competition, which is not easy because it means you have to be among the best clubs in the country every year. But we will try, and we will. I think that's the ambition that we have every season now.
Okay, now as somebody who's never I think as a part of Goan or whatever Indian, I'm saying more Goan because we are from Goa, who's never been at the level that you are, and especially not just FC Goa in Goa, at the level that you are when you are competing with guys like, okay, Ronaldo didn't play, but at that level, people of that, what's it like? What's the experience like? I mean, we would never, but vicariously through you, at least we can what's it like?
I mean, first of all, we didn't. I mean, it's was really a pleasure to play this kind of game because I don't think we thought that would be possible at one point that FC Goa would play against a team like Al Nassr, and. Yeah, I mean on the pitch it was surreal actually at the beginning because just to be on the same page to experience the level and
with these guys.
Yeah, and you can see that that the level, the pace especially of their play, their thinking. Correct, I think it's more like in terms of if I had to pick one difference, it's the pace at which they play and their thinking, and it always seems like they are a couple of steps ahead. So you have to really focus like 100%. At all time throughout the 90 minutes, like you cannot because you blink or you look away and they're almost scoring. So yeah, so in that sense, that was a big difference. Like maybe in an ISL game or in India, you can maybe switch off for a second,
take a break,
and not concede a goal. But there, it's like 100%. If for one moment you switch off, they have a big chance. So.
But then their budget is like the GDP of Goa, yeah. So like, I mean that's also huge, right?
Yeah,
and those guys are at the top. Like many of them are at the top level.
Yeah, I mean especially like with the ISL, it's true that we have got a lot of really good players come to play in India over the last 10-12 years. But very often these players have come towards maybe the end of their career. So you can still see that they have that level of quality, but maybe they are not as quick or they are not as sharp. But this was actually playing against world-class players in their prime,
So, absolutely.
So you can see that they're not missing anything. So usually you find a very good player, very skillful player that maybe is not as fast anymore. Or he can't maybe get box to box or run as much anymore. So you can sort of tackle it in a way. But when they are in their prime like this, at a young age like Joao, I think Joao Felix is 24, 25. So
and he's
at his
in
peak
the top
with
11,
and the Portugal national team.
11,
So I mean, in that sense.
Yeah, and also one thing we notice is like, okay, now these guys are like at the back, like the ball goes and they've reached the other side, and they're doing that continuously. That's like.
Yeah, I think the pace.
Mean, it's not that you guys are much this, but that is at that.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I think it's more the pace because a lot of them are playing at the highest level in Europe as well before going to Al Nassr. So they are used to for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years in their career
continuously
playing at the highest top level week in, week out. So when you do that, the pace immediately you have a difference of of level, and that's what really it is on the pitch.
But it'll give you guys an experience, and hopefully that one I would like to see like FC Goa playing in the at the Italian league level or La Liga or whatever.
No, like I said, it was a great experience to play against, because Al Nassr is one of the top teams now in Asia. So it's probably one of the best in Asia. So it's the best.
I think it's probably the best.
So we basically played against the best team in Asia. So that was a great experience.
One aspect, I mean pace and all you said, but one aspect which differentiates these clubs, the top guys in Asia, and our teams, like for example in Southeast Asia or something like that. One huge thing that we need to really up the game. Fitness, pace, all that fine, but like what exactly? Strategy or what? Skill?
No,
I think skill, we have the skill.
Yeah, I think it's just that they have probably started maybe a lot earlier than maybe we start. So basically their repetition or the amount they've played or the competitive level that they've played is probably from a lot younger age than we maybe have started. So if someone is doing, like if someone is kicking a ball, even like a simple example, if he's kicking a ball against a wall from the age of 3 and I start at the age of 8,
it's a huge
I'm still
difference.
5 years behind the guy who's kicking from 3. So it's basically that, and even the structure that they have at the youth level there. So I think Joao Felix, just an example, he was in the Benfica academy. So he's from that age playing in like a professional setup with a professional league for the kids. So I mean that makes a big difference once he comes to like an under 15, under 16 level, as opposed to maybe a kid like me or another kid in India. There'll be that difference, So then you're already behind, you're trying to catch up through those years. So and the early years are obviously a lot more important than maybe later. So I think that is what is probably, if I had to pick one difference,
And that could, at the highest level, that could be a big difference.
Yeah, because you're already, like I said, a few years behind someone who started earlier, because talent is obviously developed. Because maybe there are a lot of talented kids here.
Yes, there are.
But they're just starting a little later, so
I want to get into this a little more, but before that, we need to go in for a short break. Keep watching. Welcome back. Sahil, what I was saying is that because see, at that level, at that 3-4 kids are like playing on, just generally running around, and while they are already, that professionalism slowly is being, the neural pathways are getting set.
Correct.
So much becomes automatic for them, which here in Goa or even India, people have to think and do. There is already. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I think now maybe the last 3-4 years, I think FC Goa also has like a baby Gores league, where it's like under 6, if I'm not wrong, from under 6 to under 8. So now the last 2-3 years, I think kids are starting to play.
But those people will come after 10
Yeah,
15
exactly.
years.
So we'll see the benefit of this in 10 years. So hopefully some kids from the baby Gores league hopefully become world class players one day. But it's a good sign that now we have like an under 6, under 8 league or kids playing at that age. So I think they already have this set up maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So as a country as a whole also, we are probably the 30, 40 years behind or maybe more. So I think now step by step, if we do take those steps, I think that's the start. And also I also went to one of actually the baby Gores league, and now also I see like the parents on the sideline very
taking
enthusiastic. Because I've also seen abroad when I went there, actually parents take their kids, they can just about walk, and they want them to.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they just want them to kick a ball and hope that
they
will
be the next Ronaldo.
They have the
Messi.
Talent to play. So I think that's the parents, they want them to be.
That's in Goa, like once you're 10th and all, like you play for like under 14, under 15. 10th, you can't go to play. But that's changing.
I think at again, like you said, it's it's a slower process. Now with the ISL over the last 10 years, and now with more awareness of the sport, and with football growing slowly, that obviously parents are more involved now. So I see parents take their kids to under 6, under 8, under 10. So that is a good sign, and I hope that continues.
I mean, we see this more in cricket. And this in football, see initially people, I mean kids used to play a lot of football and all. Now slowly that football thing is becoming, people want to say, hey, why you want to play football? You want to play cricket. Do you see that
Yeah, I mean,
cricket is it's just exploded.
I think
we are ruling the world literally.
Like cricket, I think we are as a nation, not speaking about Goa, but as a nation, we are a cricketing nation. There's no doubt about that. Cricket is almost like a religion in the country. So I think in that sense we cannot compare the two at this moment, but hopefully slowly another sport starts to grow, and hopefully it's football that it's obviously the biggest sport in the world. Every country plays it. I think cricket, not a lot of countries are playing that, but still India is the best. So naturally
the top,
there's that level of enthusiasm or enjoyment when you see the national team of cricket do so well. So I think there's a big difference, but hopefully football is the sport that soon grows to be one day at that level. It's a long process, but hopefully.
Incentive also, no? Ultimately, if you are good, say Sahil is good. Now if Sahil was say, I don't know, Rishabh Pant and all, you would be roaming in your own jet here. So that difference, that incentive also, slowly it has to improve, right? Because the skill levels may be the same, but you're in a different sport. That basically gives, it's such a difference, no?
Yeah, but also I think for example, cricket, because it's the best. I mean, India is the best in the world at cricket. So obviously the Indian players are seen as the best in the world. So it's like Virat Kohli is the Cristiano Ronaldo.
Correct.
So I think that's very important to understand, that the best players in the country in India are also the best in the world. But it's not necessarily the case with football. So
because even footballers like Ronaldo and all they are literally.
So I think hopefully one day, I think that will go hand in hand with, once the level of the Indian player improves, that one day he can be considered as one of the better players in the world. Then only you will see that.
Absolutely, parity. This actually I never went to think of it. This is, you're absolutely right about this. Absolutely. Okay, now what about football in Goa? Where do you see it? And what do you think needs to be done for it to be? I know you said younger age and all that, but we have infrastructure, we have ground. You guys now have got so many football grounds. We used to play on the fields, we couldn't afford boots. So, but what more needs to be done for us to develop and to reach a level, say I don't know, even Japan?
Yeah, I mean,
or Saudi or Al.
Yeah, I mean, I read recently about Japan and a few other Southeast Asian countries, that they had almost a 50 or a 40-year plan 40 years ago, that now they are reaping the benefits of this, because now if you look at Japan, they are competing against Brazil and against any nation, they can win. And they have players playing in all the top clubs in the world. So I think it's about having that plan, which I think comes as a collective nation and state plan, more on the national front. And then once you have that plan in place to follow it, to eventually have players that are good enough to play in the best clubs in the world, basically, and then that's how your national team improves to that level. So I think we are still way off from that.
I think 100 years back.
Yeah, I don't know how many years, but I know that we need a plan.
But see, now you guys are like FC Goa. Now FC Goa on its own is limited. It has to be what I absolutely understand I understand. More than that, I need to emphasize that this has to be at a national level. It has to be overall, because you have good players, say in Goa, you have good players in Kerala, you have good players now Northeast also. There are good players. There are players in Punjab, and there are in Bengal. So it has to be a national. If we are going to reach that level, it has to be national, right? A lot of pressure has to be put on the national level, don't you think?
Yeah, I think I mean the state teams or the state clubs, FC Goa and other ISL clubs, only I mean they are small part of the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is the nation. So it comes from the All India Football Federation, from then at the national level to have a plan, and with the help of like the government, etc., without getting into details, the support of everyone to sort of really be motivated to achieve this in I don't know how many years,
Yeah.
but with a plan,
It depends, but,
with a
but
plan.
with a plan.
Yeah, with a plan.
The
Yeah,
thing-
yeah.
Otherwise, it's difficult.
Yeah, I think so.
But what about the skill levels, the mindset of the players, the actual mental, the physical attributes? All those things are not such an issue. You feel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that with the population that we have, and
And the varied, there are
variety,
7-footers, 6-footers,
I don't
5
think,
speed, all that.
I don't think I don't think the Japanese are the biggest. you know.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
So there's a lot of countries with you can find players that are really high level that are not the biggest built or not the quickest, but maybe they are skillful. They can work on strength. All of that I think can be developed, but it's just at what age you start, what's the plan for the player, or how is he developing, how competitive is he in the early years, or what league is he playing, etc., etc., to finally when he's 16, 17, 18 be able to compete with an 18-year-old Spanish boy or 18-year-old Portuguese guy or Brazilian. So that is basically what you have to like, but I don't think it's a lack of genetics or nothing like that. I just think it's the difference in when they start to develop on these skills.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you, because we have a 14-year-old Suryavansh who's been hitting like 60 meter sixes, which is like amazing.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't think genetics plays
I
that
think
much of a
it's
part.
similar, of course, cricket here, like I said, is like a religion. So I'm sure in a lot of places, less in Goa, but in a lot of states in India, there's a lot of kids playing cricket from
Literally from
when they can walk, and the parents also, if he has talent, they want him to be a cricket player because they see the upside of it. And I think Suryavanshi is one of the
He's a
examples.
14-year-old. It's like that's like amazing whatever he's doing there. Absolutely. What do you see FC now? You guys at the fag end of the season, finals, big few games left.
Yeah, so we have
few big games left.
Yeah, no, actually we have the Super Cup final, which is the cup that's played besides the Indian
league,
Super League. Yeah. This Indian Super League has been delayed because of
I see. Okay.
a few some stuff within the federation and the league. So that is due to start early next year. So until then, we've had the Champions League these last few months.
That's just over, right?
Yeah, we have one more game end of December.
Okay.
And we have now the Super Cup, which we reached the finals, which is tomorrow. So that is what the schedule is immediately. But yeah, and then we look forward to the league when it starts early next year.
I'm not asking for strategy, but what are you guys going to do? Are you going to win? What is the scene?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you see? Like,
I mean, like I said, for us,
anything which you can tell the fans. Not strategy.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for
no,
strategy.
I won't reveal too much.
Yeah.
No, but I like I said, because this year we played the Champions League, the Asian Champions League, and for me at least it was an incredible experience. And I think was my first time as well at this level. And
for a lot of you, it was the first time, right? Most of you, I would say.
Almost all of us was the first time.
Yeah.
And I think once you taste it and once you experience this, you want to almost have it every year. And you have to earn that because you have to win the league every year. Actually, we win the Super Cup tomorrow. We also have a chance to qualify for the Champions League. So I think we're using that as motivation, which we would love to play again next year, the Asian Champions League. I think the club would love to do that as well, so let's go.
I think probably if you guys qualify, probably you will be facing Al Nassr again. Who knows?
Who knows? The chance. It'll be cool again.
Chance, So anyway, Sahil, best of luck for your game, for the finals and for the upcoming ISL, and I hope that some of the dreams that you on your own and the club and for the nation, hopefully slowly they will fall in place.
Thank you very much. I hope so as well.
Yeah, this was Sahil Tavora, one of the stars of like Goan football and Indian football. But like as he said and as I say that Sahil Tavora, maybe I would like to see Sahil Tavora in the La Liga. I'm not saying that he has to leave FC and go to La Liga, but a club of FC level should be at that level. So hopefully we will be able to do it. Maybe if not due to his inspiration, maybe the next generation of footballers or the generation after that could possibly be there. And I think as an Indian and as a proud Indian, as a proud Goan, we would be waiting for that day. Thanks again, Sahil. It was a pleasure. Thank you. I am Glenn Costa, and thanks for watching me on Face to Face. Keep watching.